Hi, I'm Neza with KVTV. Today we are here with some of the team members of Extreme Measures, and we're going to be talking to them this afternoon about what happened on the Great Race course. And that is the Carib Great Race that we're talking about, right? Tell us exactly what it is happened on the water out there.
Oh boy.
That's what I don't play.
Okay, this one doesn't play at all. What's going on here? I see a thing called Utopia.
We're representing Utopia Mass Camp.
You want to be a presenter? All right. But you play.
So we're going to find out exactly from Jonathan. Come over, Jonathan. And Chad. Good afternoon, Chad. Good afternoon, Jonathan. So tell everybody, tell us, how was your experience this year for Carib Great Race?
Well, I guess you're on camera, so I had a kind of sense of what the experience was like. But for the most part, it was rough the entire way.
Rough meaning the waters or the entire experience, the drive, the...
Well, everything. Water was rough. The experience was the driver was rough. I still getting licks till now. What, 2-3 weeks after Great Race? It's still rough.
And from the look on Chad's face, it seems like everything is falling back on you.
Yeah. I mean, apparently my shoulders are all broad. So apart from the licks on the North Coast, I take licks from my driver too.
Okay, so let's talk about, in terms of this year, how do you guys feel that you all did this year as opposed to last year's race?
This year was quite different than last year because of one is setup, and also the water what we faced this year was totally different than last year. Worse than we could have thought. I think we did pretty okay for how last minute the whole experience was, but we could always do better. I mean, we always want to do better. If the water was a little calmer, we would have probably placed better. We would have probably have a better finish. Unfortunately, this year we didn't do so great in the end. But we learned some things going up the road this year. And yeah, I think that will make us stronger for the new season coming. Yeah.
So is it that you all have started already putting those things that you all have learned into gear, into practice for next year's race so that you'll be totally prepared?
Well, I mean, there was a lot to learn coming into this great race. It was quite an experience as far as getting the boat ready, the prep ready. I mean, we were our skill and talent was extensively tested, especially that last stretch coming on to great race. I mean, we thought everything was fine, everything was working up until the last regatta. We were doing well, and then we got thrown a little curveball, and we had to adjust. And I mean, we pulled it off pretty well. We did pretty good as far as getting things in a gear for Great Race. Now, getting ready for next year Great Race is a year-long process, because as we've seen that, even as much as you think you've been trying and testing your equipment all year, it all comes down to they're still being tested sorely. And Great Race obviously has to be treated as if it's its own race, not... You can't depend on what's happened throughout the year and the fact that the boat has been running good throughout the year. When Great Race comes around, it's a different ball game altogether,
So is there anything new that you all want to throw into the mix for next year? Anything in the making? Do you want to give us a little insight as to any little ideas that you have popped up into your head that you may want to surprise us with for next year?
Well, that's why it's called a surprise. We came together after the race and we decided we might want to change up some of the setup. But we haven't confirmed anything as yet. So before I leak information premature, it's best we don't expatiate on that topic too much.
Yeah. We have to go behind closed doors and have a little conference.
Yeah.
And decide what's what.
Can't have too much competition doing what's happening,
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Chad and Jonathan, for that little insight as to exactly how you all felt about the Great Race this year. And we do look forward for 2014 and everything that you all have in store for us for the Carib Great Race next year.